have a very special announcement to make. As well, if you don't know, we have a book club, the GiGi and Rho book club, and this is our 4th book club selection, and we want to let you all know the name and who the book is by.
Well, it's our 4th book club selection, but it's our first one for 2021. So this one is really special, very special, because it's a departure from the other 3 from 2020.
Yes, they are. So this book is called LEGENDBORN by Tracy Deonn.
That cover art is amazing. Wow. Yeah, the cover art is just truly gorgeous is what it is, honestly.
We're on chapter 3, so we've read into the book already. And so far, reading the book, it inspired me to want to write a poem and get into poetry. But I've always wanted to get into poetry some way, somehow. So reading this book has really motivated me to do so, because Tracy Deonn did an amazing job on putting her words together. It made you feel as if you were Bree, the main character. It made you feel like you were experiencing the emotions that she was going through. And it's really a great read so far. So
Miss Deonn, that is I don't even know, that's such a compliment, honestly, because to inspire this one to do anything is major, as with, I'm sure, most teenagers and teenage girls specifically. But I want to read an excerpt just from the book cover about it. It says, after her mother dies in an accident, 16-year-old Bree Matthews wants nothing to do with her family memories or her childhood home. A residential program for bright high schoolers at UNC-Chapel Hill seems like the perfect escape, until Bree witnesses a magical attack her very first night on campus. A flying demon feeding on human energies. A secret society of so-called LEGENDBORN students who hunt the creatures down, and a mysterious teenage mage who calls himself a Merlin and who attempts and fails to wipe Bree's memory of everything she saw. The mage's failure reveals Bree's own unique magic and a buried memory with a hidden connection. The night her mother died, another Merlin was at the hospital. Now that Bree knows there's more to her mother's death than what's on the police report, she'll do whatever it takes to find out the truth, even if that means infiltrating the LEGENDBORN as one of their initiates. She recruits Nick, a self-exiled LEGENDBORN with his own grudge against the group. And their reluctant partnership pulls them deeper into the society's secrets and closer to each other. But when the LEGENDBORN reveals themselves as the descendants of King Arthur's knights and explain that a magical war is coming, Bree has to decide how far she'll go for the truth and whether she should use her magic to take the society down or join the fight. Oh my goodness.
Sounds very powerful.
Powerful indeed.
I'm going to read a little bit about Tracy Deonn, the author. So, Tracy Deonn is a writer and second-generation fangirl. She grew up in central North Carolina, where she devoured fantasy books and Southern food in equal measure. After earning her master's degree in communication and performance studies from UNC-Chapel Hill, Tracy worked in live theater, video game production, and K-12 education. When she's not writing, Tracy speaks on panels at science fiction and fantasy conventions, reads fanfic, arranges puppy play dates, and keeps an eye out for ginger-flavored everything. Tracy can be found on Twitter at Tracy Deonn and at tracydeonn.com.
Wow. And so that was actually one of the reasons that Lachelle selected this book as well, is because Tracy Deonn is a native Carolinian.
Yeah.
And Lachelle actually lives in North Carolina as well. I want to read actually one review or critique of the book by L.L. McKinney, who is author of the critically acclaimed Nightmare Verse series. They say, because I'm not sure if L.L. McKinney is male or female, But Legendborn is intoxicating and electrifying and resonates with a deep understanding and vulnerable adoration of what it is to be a Black girl searching for the magic of herself. Tracy Deonn captivates you from page 1 with her perfect pacing, exhilarating plotting, and a command of storytelling that cannot be ignored. This book will hold everything you are hostage until, page by page, you discover how it has actually set you free. When I tell you, that summed up perfectly like how I thought about the book. And again, Jillian and we're only on chapter 3, but it is so true. Every word that L.L. McKinney said about this book as far as describing it is perfect. Don't you think?
Yes, especially when he said at the perfect pacing and exhilarating plotting. That's exactly how it is, because when you're reading the book, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. For me, it's like I'm bad at explaining how I
It's okay. Sometimes you just are at a loss for words.
When you're reading the book, it feels like I'm pacing. It's exhilarating, it's exciting, it's adventurous. It's like you need to know more, you need to read more. So it's, I don't want to say like as you're reading it, you're running out of breath, but it kind of feels like that, because it's like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? So it's like, you know.
I know. And Lachelle, our book club contributor, even said herself, she would be up to 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes because she just can't put it down, because it's like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. No, I got to read some more. So it is that kind of book. And I will say, you know, again, we started the book club in July of last year, 2020, and we've had 3 selections in 2021. Was Pride by Izzy Zaboy. The second one was Slade by Brittany Morris. The third one was When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandia Menon. And forgive me, ladies, if I mispronounced your names. I apologize. Your books were spectacular. Jillian and I enjoyed them so much. And I love that Lachelle does such an amazing job of researching authors of color to tell stories for teens and young adults of color. I think it's so vitally important that our teens and our young adults see themselves on television, in books, in plays and ballets, and in all forms of art. It's just, to me, just so imperative, because we need to see each other. And you know, that it speaks volumes about our new vice president. Yeah, Kamala Harris. Yes, right on. So this is just going to be a super exciting year, 2021. Yes, we're going to have our challenges. Yes, we're going to have our tragedies. That's going to happen, and we just have to stay strong and stay focused and just keep our power. And that power comes from self-love and self-care. So we're not going to talk your ear off. We wanted to share this with you because we are so excited about it. So I'm going to let Jillian take us out with this one.
Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you have any positive comments, or if you want to tell us about your day, leave that comment in the comment sections down below. Share this video with as many people as you can, and subscribe.
Yes, subscribe.
Should I say what people don't know? And as always, make it powerful.
Bye.